This umbrella was made of wood, brass, silk, and cane. As heavy as this umbrella is, one slave boy have to put it on the head of the master as long as the master will stay outside. And if a slave boy is putting this umbrella on the head of the master, he should play with his shoulders not to disappoint him. Because if this umbrella should drop from the hand of the slave boy on the head of the master, they will behead the slave.
Hi. Jesus.
This umbrella was not designed for the sun nor for the rain, just to show your status in the community. You want to try the weight? You lift it from here to know the weight. About 30 to 35 kg. One person will hold it on the head of the master as long as the master will stay outside. That chain on that wall behind you there, and this chain in this glass here, they use it to kill the slaves. Then, when we enter the second cell, I will show you how they do lynching with these two chains. And this iron is called branding iron. What's your name again, ma'am?
Miriam.
If I'm Miriam's slave, my name should be Miriam. So Miriam will put this iron in the fire, red hot, and she uses it to write Miriam on my chest. If she's a woman, they write it at the back. What's your name again, sir?
Michael.
If Miriam should buy me today and brand me Miriam, if Michael should buy me tomorrow, Michael will have to brand me again. Miriam brand me today, Michael will have to brand me tomorrow because I've become Michael's slave. Let's go inside the dark room where they keep 40 people. Yeah, that's why we call it dark room. Dark room. These three glasses were not then. This is where they keep 40 people. 40 human beings in this room, 3 to 4 months. This is where they pee. This is where they excrete. Because of the odor, some will vomit. Even women or menses have to do it on themselves here.
Hi.
40 people in this place, 3 to 4 months. That's the only ventilation they have. And there was a door here before they will lock the door. So they'll be here for 3 to 4 months. Let's see how many people have died in this kind of situation. That's why I do tell people, whenever we are here, we are not here to catch fun, but just to feel the pain the people in the past have felt, our freedom fighters. Here we have a surviving bottle used in exchange of 10 human beings as slave. Like I said earlier, they are not after the liquor in this bottle, but the design on the bottle. Many people have asked me, where is the design on this bottle that was 10 human beings? If you put on your flash, you'll see the design
It's on your
on the
flash.
bottle.
On your flash.
You can check it. That's the design. That was why they used it in exchange of 10 people. So that bottle represents 10 human beings because of that design you saw. And these are gramophone records used by Sediki Williams Abbas. These days we use cassette CDs. Most times we use our phone. And this brass disc was given to Sediki as a gift by the Brazilian when they made him the paramount ruler. And this kettle was given to him by the European. These are cowrie shells used in those days. Here we have surviving ceramic bowls used in exchange of 10 human beings as slave. It doesn't matter the size. This was used in exchange of 10. Same thing applicable to this and the rest. So we have 50 human beings in this glass.
Oh.
Because Sediki was a Muslim then, this is where they keep his water for ablution, his soup pot, and his drinking pot. Let's see the second cell and see what's inside. So you're welcome to the second room. Like I said earlier, all the rooms are the same. A waiting cell and the dark room. Here's a local mannequin showcasing Sediki Williams Abbas cloth. The original cloth he wore the day they made him the paramount ruler. This is it here. And the chair he sat under as the chair over there. And here is punishment given to any disloyal slave. Any slave that refused the master order or refused to bear the master's name, these are they tie them around the tree and beat them. During process, many died because they can't bear the pain. And these dogs are cockiller dogs. They use it to chase runaway slave. If any slave tries to escape from the farm, they release 20 of these dogs to attack one man. When they catch the slave, they devour the slave. Here's the movement to the point of no return. Chains on the neck, the hands, and the leg of the slave while going to the point of no return. 3,000 men on a row, on a single file. If the person in front will fall, the rest behind them will fall. If you are going to the point of no return, today, while going, we'll see a well called Spirit Attenuation Well. The well water they give the slaves then that make them to lose their memory is still on that island. And here is the story building built for Sediki Williams Abbas in this compound, year 1847. It collapsed 1995. When we go outside, I will show you the remains of the building. These are some people captured as slaves but have opportunity to come back, like Santos Silva, Candido J. Darocha, Samuel Ajay Krada, Jaja Ofokpobo, and some other people. The entrance door in this photo is the original door standing here, behind you. This door here. After the building collapsed, they moved the door inside this room. And these are some of the things that happened to our people during slavery. These are slave raiders. They want to capture this man, but he took knife and killed himself. That for me to be slave, I prefer to die. There was a woman like that, Margaret Garner. She killed 4 of her children and killed herself. That for me and my children to be slave, we prefer to die. This is what we call iron muzzle. They used it to guard the mouth of slaves while working on the farm. For them not to eat from the farm product, they plant sugarcane. We derive glucose from sugarcane. Glucose gives you instant energy, and this white men believe that if these slaves should eat out of this sugarcane, they will have strength to fight back. They feed slave once in a day. Slave have access to water once in a day. They don't feed slave to increase in size or to stay healthy. They feed them to stay alive, don't just die. And this is another matchbox. We don't have many slaves used in exchange of the box. This is called Ashwetu by the Yorubas, used by Seriki Williams Abbas. Let's see another room for 40 people. Here we have a sample of the iron corrugated sheet they use in roofing this compound then, compared to the one they produce these days. If I try to fold this iron sheet, it won't. But the one they produce these days, I can fold and keep in my pocket. We've lost quality. The 2 chains I showed you in the first room, the one on the wall, the one in the glass, this is what they use it for. If they catch any slave having sexual intercourse on the plantation, planning coup against the master or trying to run away, this is how they hang the men, this is how they hang the women. They tie that chain I showed you around the ribs of the men, the hands at the back. They hang them on gallows. They suspend the legs from the ground. In this position, that chain will break the ribs. They'll be dripping blood from the nose and the mouth. They'll be here dying gradually. These are the hang the women. They are 2 hands up. They suspend the leg from the ground. The blood from the hand, the head, all over the body will come to the thigh. They get heavier and they will be here dying gradually. In the presence of other slaves, as you see them, they won't last a day. And here we have Seriki Williams Abbas relaxation chair. For someone to have this kind of chair in those days, it shows how prominent he was. And these are Seriki descendants. Currently, Badagry, if anybody is to be elect as Seriki of Badagry, the person should be from this family. And this is the current Seriki of Badagry. Let's see where Seriki Abbas was buried in this compound. This well was dug in the year 1847 by the slaves. If you look inside the well, they didn't use rim for the well. They used burnt bricks. So they set the bricks one by one. So it was done by the slaves. Burnt bricks.
Okay.
And the same burnt bricks they use in constructing all the rooms in this compound. In 1962, the family of Seriki Williams Abbas used cement to hold the walls.
Okay.
This place used to be Seriki Williams Abbas Court, where he passes judgment to the Muslims community and where he had meeting with any king in Nigeria that want to have meeting with him then. And this place used to be his chamber where he relaxed himself. That relaxation chair was inside this room then. We still have some rooms behind this court. Let's see. So all these rooms were slave cell, but we have people living in these rooms now here.
Okay.
So all in total 40 rooms and 40 slaves in each, and all the rooms are the same: a waiting cell and the dark room. We can see sample of the burnt bricks around here. The story building that was built for Seriki Williams Abbas in the year 1847 that collapsed 1995 was standing here.
Okay.
This is the remains of the building. Here's the foundation.
Okay.
And all these rooms also were slave cell. When Seriki Williams Abbas died, this is where he was buried. Seriki Abbas died 11th of June 1919 and he was buried here. Sorry. 103 years ago that he died, he was buried here. Later, the Brazilian came back to build this mausoleum on his grave. Why? Because they see him as a loyal person. Someone that was captured as slave, later freed, and he continued the business because his master has asked him to continue the business. He was just like the 2IC for the master here. The master cannot be here and be in his hometown at the same time doing the business. So he needs somebody that he can trust, that will understand our people language here. That was why he sent Seriki down to Nigeria. And this is the tomb of the last son, Saka Ajao Abbas. He was given birth to 1913. He was at the age of 6 when his father died. His father was at the age of 6 when he was captured as a slave, and he died in 1987 at the age of 74. So you're welcome to Brazilian Barracoon. Do you have any question?
I'm so weak. I don't even know what to ask. Do you guys have any question? Like, my mentality has really changed coming here. A lot of things has changed, my mindset, and I was even emotional in there when you tried to use that stuff on my leg. I
I
couldn't
saw
move.
it in your eyes.
But
You almost dropped tears.
I almost did.
I saw it.
I don't know what to ask. Do you guys have any
If you don't have any question, maybe if you see some other museums, you may have question. We still have like 4
Okay,
other
come
sites.
check
Shall we?
them. We shall.